Hello everybody, my name is Anthony and welcome back to Let's Play HOI4 Kaiserreich Bharatiya Commune. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we have elected Gandhi. We're trying to peacefully unify India. So we're going to find out in 2 months whether or not India will say yes or no to this unification. If they say no, then I made a horrible mistake. And I should have been significantly more violent. We've also taken over Nepal. Getting a small little country over here. Not that it's really going to do too much, I believe, for us. I mean, Nepal, 2 factories, probably like basically no manpower if I had to take a guess. Yeah, 96,000 manpower. Not a major player. Oh, but there we got 2 divisions. Oh, you guys are actually doing fantastic. Good work. Nepal. I know you don't have a focus tree, but you just don't worry about that for now. The Canadians have arrived in the region, which is a little bit scary, for sure. So we're still about a year and a half out until the second victory begins, because what we're worried about is a combined Entente invasion into our territory is going to be difficult to push back, for sure. So if we're lucky, we can unify North India with us. You know, fingers crossed on that one. After that, however, we probably want to invade the South first. Is there anything we can research that just gives a flat upgrade without having to build new supplies? Not for like 1937, 1938. It's kind of just a strange year for technology because there's really nothing new you can get. You know what, let's say start getting tanks, but I don't think we really want tanks yet. Let's get military, please. We do want those once you actually start garrisoning certain areas. We do have 250 political power, so we can probably... Where's my plus 10% attack guy? I know you're in here somewhere, my dude. Oh, you're not in here. Okay, then. So, and you got a plus 5% attack. Organization going up seems pretty good. Defense also is not, like, too bad. The land night attack plus 15%. You know what? Not terrible. Because, you know, you fight nighttime, like a third of the time at least. Let's just go for the organization guy. Like, I'm not actually too sure what percentage of Hearts Fire 4 day is night. But I think it's universal. Like half the map. We look just in our territory. So from 1 o'clock until 1 o'clock until 12 hours then? That seems like a pretty big... Yeah, it's about like half the day. Actually, I think makes perfect sense. Anyways, I mean, there's no like evening or anything. It is just night or day. And it's good to know that this is technically nighttime in our country. I think this is based on London's time. And also, Japan did just attack the Philippines. Not great for us, because we probably would have wanted Philippines to join our faction at some point, but for now, we just won't worry about it. And it's a good thing, because I didn't want to fight Japan right now, so it's a good thing they're at least going to do this before they join our faction. Because Japan has a habit recently, in all of my campaigns, of just screwing everything up. And by that, I mean... Please go back to Speed 5. But I mean getting themselves involved in every single conflict with every single person they possibly can. And no matter if it's the Entente, Germany, doesn't really matter who, or even if the Soviet Union playing. Japan just had to stick their nose into things. So, thankfully, at least they got that over with now. Also, let's... No, we can't go to partial mobilization, right? Their focus got cancelled? Oh, India's not at peace anymore. Because they invaded the CSA. Well... I don't know how long that's going to take them to finish. You know what? Just create the Home Guard then. We tried. India went to war. That should at least mean that the Entente forces are going to leave the region. And actually, if the CSA potentially, like Canada, you're also a worthy American Union state, but potentially, if Canada can just get their ass kicked by the CSA or the American Union state, either one of those works out for us. That should hopefully theoretically weaken the Dominion of India somewhat, because they will not have Entente reinforcements. Do we know if they have the 300,000 people deployed yet? No, they still don't. So India, like the Dominion of India, has to have a weaker army than the South, merely because they have less people deployed. But then you have to fight the entirety of the Entente. It is a bit much. You're doing some technology. I think you did agree to these reforms. So I believe the revolution in the South that can happen against the Princely Federation probably will not fire, unfortunately. 9 to 49 divisions. I don't have a spy at all, do I? I don't believe so. We got the spies from... It was the Syndicalists, right? Yeah, they would have given us a free intelligence agency. We aim those bombs at reactionaries. A labor meeting in Calcutta. There's a problem of revolutionaries. Yada yada yada. That's fine. As long as you bomb everybody else except for us, things should be good. You know what? We are going to create an intelligence agency just because I at least want to get some information about the Princely Federation, because those are definitely going to be the ones we're going to attack first. Yeah, that's what he gives you. It gives 2 garrison troops. 5% organization, recovery rate. Command power is kind of eh. The organization is not too bad. I just don't know how long it'll take for us to even attempt to do the enemy in peace again. Chances are never. And now that we've kind of going down this route, I kind of wish we had just done the... Did the total list really give you anything better? I know you can have the agrarian revolt. 2 military factories would have been nice. I mean, it's too late now. Obviously, we cannot change what we've done. Let's see. You are going to be done in 40 days. You done. At least so our construction go by a little bit faster. How long until my intelligence agency is ready? It's going to be ready in 2 weeks. Send a spy down to the south. Just try to get as much information as we possibly can about them. Even though it's probably not going to be nearly enough information. I mean, their stability is kind of low. Is that a penalty to, decentralized rule? Okay. I know they're facing some penalties, but I don't remember exactly what the penalties for low stability is. I think it's just like lower factory output, maybe. We know what you guys are doing. Benefits, new Council of Princes. So that is... Yeah, you. Limited isolation. Okay, so we at least got a single spy we recruited in a week. Or not in a week, in a month. Bulgaria actually declared war in Serbia. Oh, because they're not in a faction. Bulgaria. They're not even going to wait for the Serbians to form the Belgrade Pact. They're just going to be on the offensive. Definitely the smarter option, I would say, for the AI to do. So Nepal's got 2 divisions. Like, India has... Like, that's not, like, a lot of men. Like, they really don't have 200,000 or 300,000 men deployed yet. Like, that seems wrong. Unless this information is based on this number. And because I actually don't have enough information, it's not telling me. That might be the case. No, but this one, even then, it would still... The minimum number is below the focus wants you to do. Is there anybody else who focuses like that? I'm trying to remember. Do you have one? No, it doesn't look like it. It might be the case because I just don't know enough about the Indian army. Anyway, so basically, we basically have no information about anybody doing anything. And Serbia just declared war on Illyria. Are you guys okay? Like, that definitely seems like the wrong move there. I guess we need more rifles. Yeah, so let's build slightly more view. Like, you declared war on the Austrians. So you're going to be fighting a two-front war. I don't know. I have no idea what their plan is here. It doesn't seem like a good one, if you ask me. Well, actually, now that we have... 1940. Now that we have Nepal under our control, possibly we can use that to our advantage in just having the Entente constantly try to invade into these territories and just sacrifice all their men against that. But the problem there is that India has a lot of manpower. I mean, so do I, so do, you know, the people in the south. Everybody has a lot of people to spare in conflict. Oh, 5 new divisions. Fantastic. Oh, these are the rifle divisions. Basic ones, right? Yeah, you're not the ones with the artillery. You are the ones with the artillery. So deploy you here. 2 of you get sent to purple. So finally, like I said, once we are able to deploy troops, get our factories going, at that point, we can start... It's going to take 143 days to get the rifles already, but that's fine. Don't worry about that too much. Okay, so you're the home guard. What are you? Are you like a new... Yeah, you're a new type of unit. Basically, you're hot garbage. And of course, have this line drag its way into Nepal. The Entente is the person we want to deal with last. And we only want to deal with the Entente and the national bait via the government is pretty bad, right? The negative 20% stability modifier, and I would really like that factory output to go back up. It's like 140 days. It's either that or we start trying to rush our way to attack the south. I think if you do Socialists in the West Unite, that has the potential to like, spawn one of these states with troops for you, which would definitely help us out. But I do want that 20% stability is quite nice as well. We want the CSA to do as well as they possibly can against the Americans here. Like, if anything, if the CSA died and the American Union States started attacking their way into Canada, I think that would be okay as well. But as long as... That's a spy. Blueprints, I don't really care. We'll get you in charge. Send you to spy in Hyperbad. I just want some information about you. As much information as I can possibly get. Because 10% doesn't really tell you anything at all. It's like the bare minimum. And of course... Yeah, who didn't see that one coming? Bulgaria, are you going to attack everybody? Serbia is now in the Austrian faction. I'm assuming you cannot do the Congress of Belgrade anymore? No, because you're no longer independent. So Bulgaria is going to be having a very different game than you are probably used to at this point. What are the militias? What are in these troops? 1 in 17 of the militia unit. That's fair enough. How is that? This is all just a river. And there is a thing in here to get makeshift bridges, but... You've already got the maximum amount of traits? Okay, well that's less useful to me. Thank you. I think you need to get Trickster. It's flanking an enemy. We're getting flanked by them. Commando. I mean, we haven't really been fighting any wars yet, so I'm going to save off, not buy any of your upgrades until we can hopefully get some nice bonuses here. How much oil do we have? You take 220. We gain 120, so we actually have a decent amount of oil. But just be prepared to kind of blockade this area, just in case. So Japan has taken the northern Philippines. Okay. Maybe like Japan and the Entente getting involved in a war together. That would be lovely. We would definitely like to see that happen. Against the Germans, we don't really care as much about. For obvious reasons. I really don't think Galicia, Illyria, Austria taking some more states. It's unlikely that Germany's going to get involved in India whatsoever. I mean, technically the Princely Federation can join, but that takes a long time. And right now, I really do feel like I probably actually am now the most powerful faction in India right now, which is nice. It's nice to have power. Intel network is giving us 1.8%. But no matter what, like I'm still looking at all these provinces, they seem like they're going to be difficult to break through. Like, what is our breakthrough here? 33, 1074. What's your defense on these guys? Defense of 223. 17. Basically the same breakthrough. Armor divisions could be useful. Your breakthrough is actually horrible. That's because you only have like 3 light tanks. The light tanks are not very good. Especially since we're probably going to be using the Wildkrieg era tanks, which are horrible. Like, I do believe, like, we want to be the ones attacking first, right? I imagine that has to be the case. From the colonial army is going to be ready, or from the communist army is going to be ready in 25 days. 100 political power, divided government goes down. Is there any other penalties? Political power, the 10% division organization. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to make sure we no longer have a divided government by the time we are ready to attack any of our neighbors. Even India just has, like, this has to be their entire army. Or if we're extremely, extremely lucky, these two will go to war first. Like, India and the Princely Federation will go to war with each other, and then we just pick them off because they're going to weaken each other. Which would be nice. It'd be nice if they murdered each other, so that when I murder them, it's just an easier process. Or if Burma would go syndicalist for us, and then hopefully get them to join our faction. But again, I don't know how you actually form the faction. I think Burma has to flip to syndicalist. But I don't know exactly how they do that. But they had a good harvest year, so good for you, Burma. Probably bad for us. I feel like people are going to be less angry if they have food. Honduras has declared war. Everybody's at war everywhere else. So how's Canada doing? They're doing alright. They did lose Vancouver, but I really doubt that's really going to make a big difference in any way, shape, or form. Motorized company, I don't think we need right now. One sec. If we go to here, you're going to have the naval invasion. Even though we're probably not going to be navally invading anybody anytime soon. Let's also get tactical bombers, because you do want those at some point. Even out of rifle production. 132 days. Not too bad. Nationalists have won in South Africa. Yeah, not that that really matters too much to us. Because India, it's kind of like a very self-contained location. Other than the Dominion of India, this whole region really doesn't play a greater role within Kaiserreich. So you got some naval engineers. Like, what's your industry looking like? 16.8. You have more civilian, but less military. We know less about you, but again, it's kind of like the same story. You have more civilian factories, but you have less in terms of your military output, which overall I think is going to help us. In a war of attrition, I believe we could beat any of them individually. It's just when you have to think over both, that's when problems start to arise. Same with, the entirety of the Entente. I just don't remember if there's a peace event, if you take, let's say, Delhi, that India leaves the Entente and just kind of capitulates on their own. It'd be nice if that were the case, but it just might not be. So how many of these guys we have with the artillery units in them? Most of our troops have the artillery, which is nice. Bulgaria's clear one. The Greece is not in the Entente, right? Unfortunately not. It would be nice if they were. No, but Bulgaria is actually doing a very good job, probably taking over all this region. Unless they lose to the Greeks, which would be embarrassing. You're not going to lose to Greece, are you? Probably not. Okay, so all of you guys are now... Wait, who's the puppet of who? You're a puppet. Oh, you're a puppet state. Okay, sure. Okay, well, we'll see what happens there. I mean, a dead Canada would be really nice to have. Because I think as soon as Canada dies, it's kind of like the end of the Entente in its entirety. India, I don't think is really sending troops over there. If we can take a quick gander. Canada's lost a couple tens of thousands. India's lost nobody. They've lost nobody. So yeah, so they're just not sending men over there. Which is understandable, but I'm still not a fan of it. The national debate is going to be going on for another about 43 days. But I think for right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thank you everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. Not enjoying, throw a thumb down. Like, subscribe, and goodbye.